Greetings. Happy Saturday. Oh no, I forgot to turn off the manual focus on this camera because otherwise it's gonna go woo all night, and nobody wants that. I can assure you, nobody wants that. 1 second. Oh yeah, you can see it doing the thing. There we go. That should be on manual focus now. All right. So anyway, back for another practice session. Greetings Twitch. Greetings YouTube. I got my bot working on YouTube, sort of. I thought I saved. You have to, like, using Stream Elements, you have to. It's like a whole separate thing. It's like a whole separate instance for Twitch versus YouTube. And like, you don't just like add the YouTube account on there. You have to like add all the commands in. And I thought I added commands on the YouTube side. And apparently I did not save them. Whatever I did was not saved. So, whatever. But the bot is working. So, I'll deal with that for next time. But let me make the chat here. It's so tiny. The YouTube chat text is so small. There we go. Okay, I should. One more. It's a whole thing, I tell you. Let's just do this, actually. Let's move this. Moving my docs around in OBS. Scooch that over that way. Scooch this over this way. There we go. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I think it's gonna be all right. There we go. Okay. I tuned. That was good. I tuned my cello. There we go. Let's mute this. Not sure why I can't. I have YouTube in a browser over here. I'm still getting used to like this. This is only my third multi-stream on YouTube, and I'm still getting used to the whole thing. So anyway, let's just warm up. I didn't do any warm-ups before I hit go live, except I did tune. So I did that. So we're gonna start with some Feuillard. Let's just do number 1. Oh, we need volume. Let me flip this around so that I forgot the iPad is, the iPad speaker is pointing at the microphone, and I think I don't want that. I think we want it like that. All right. I think I'm good. I feel so unprepared tonight. Let's see here. Let's just do first position. Cathedora! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I hope you had a great stream. What's up, everybody? Just getting warmed up. Oh, and I didn't start my Mujo timer. Just getting warmed up on cello here. And at Cathedora, I know you're probably tired from streaming, so like, don't feel the need. I'll shout you out in a second. Here, let's do this. I mean, obviously, all of you are following Cathedora because you came in with them, but there you go. So here, what I'm doing is I'm just getting warmed up, and I practice cello on stream, in case you were not aware. Cathedora says gonna get a snack and get some water and be back in a bit. Yeah, take your time. Thanks for the raid. So that's a trill exercise, actually. Let's do it again. Of that one. All right, so one thing that I need to watch is, especially on the two lower strings, on the C string and the G string, I have to keep my wrist in this position, kind of like the letter C. And I have been having a tendency to do things like that, and then that's not good. It really puts a lot of strain on this part of the arm. And it's just it makes everything tighter, and that's just not good. Not good. So that's something that I'm watching. I'm watching the OBS window over here, like kind of using it as a mirror to help fine tune what my body positioning looks like. Okay, so let's do, all right, chat, you're going to help pick which exercise I do next. I have a list of exercises here. You can pick, let's see. You can pick 1. You can pick 10, or you can pick 10 through 18. So type a number in chat. Either 1, 10 through 18. 11-7. Thank you, Jove. 11-7. Hey, Alpha. Alpha's always in there with the quick typing. Number 11. Okay, we're gonna do number 11. So this is in triplets, or it's in yeah. And this is too slow. This one goes a little bit faster. I can't hear my metronome. Let's make that a little louder. All right. Okay, chat. So I want to do another one of those. So we've got, let's see, we've got 10, 12, 13, wait, 10 through 17. And we just did 11. So 10 through 17. Alpha says 19. That's higher than 17, Alpha. that is bigger than 17. I mean, I do have 19, which I could do, but I like to do 19 in a set. So let's pick another one. 9. Okay, we'll do 9. That's wait, Alpha. 9 is less than 10. Are you messing with me, Alpha? Are you messing with me? You are, aren't you? It's Joe's fault. Everybody blame Jove. Okay. Well then, does somebody have a number between 10 and 18 that is not 11? 219 plus 9. That's too big. That's too hard for my brain. That is so hard for my... Oh gosh. Alpha, you're making my brain hurt. All right, we'll just do 10. Fine. Chat, if you can't behave, we're just going to do 10. We'll do 14 next. Okay, 14 is in 4, not in 3. So let's see. Not sure what I need to set the metronome to. I can do it that speed, but I want to go a little slower. is in the house, everybody. What's up, Fart? I got to do that on the microphone this time. Usually I just do it in text. Are the first notes of the triplets supposed to be louder? Oh, look, Cathedora. Hi, over on YouTube. Yes, they are. Let me pause this. So, very astute observation, Alpha, and that is really good feedback for me because I am doing it correctly. So, on the beat, so these are 16th notes, so they're in a set of 4, right? 4 notes. So the first note of each set of 4 should be louder. So like. So like that. So it's because the exercise is to, part of the exercise is doing like, if I was playing guitar, it would be kind of like hammer-ons and pull-offs. But on, they don't call them that on cello, but there should be hits and lifts. So certain notes I should be lifting more assertively. So it's all done with the left hand, right? So I should be lifting more assertively or going down a little bit more assertively on the first note of the, like on the beat, for the notes that are on the beat. And then this set of exercises, there's 31 on this page, like 31 variations of this finger twisters is what my teacher calls them. So they're all just different permutations of where you put your fingers and where the hits are and where the lifts are and all that kind of stuff. So that's what's going on here. All right, so let's move on to number 8. And so these are all in, if you type ! exercises, you can see the music for what I'm doing. But so for this one, this is both an intonation exercise and a shifting exercise. Did I get my hair cut? I did. Like, I haven't had it down on camera since I got it cut, but I got it cut like 3 weeks ago, maybe something like that. So that's when that all went down. Well, thank you. So anyway, okay. So chat, you have another decision. Pick a number 1 through 12. Please don't make me do math. That's my request is please do not make me do math. Pick a number 1 through 12. Dimitri, hey, nice to see you. Dimitri said, did violin in public school, and for the life of me, can't remember how you know what note you're playing. Basically, you just have to kind of know. Like, you memorize the fingerboard or the fretboard. Or, well, not the fretboard, because there's no frets. But you just kind of memorize the fingerboard. So, you just got to remember it. Let's see. Okay, so Cathedora picked 4, and Cathedora was first. And then we'll do 7 next. And Jove, lucky for you, I was a classics major, so I'm pretty good on my Roman numerals. I see you and Fart agree on 7. So we will do 4 and we will do 7. So 4 is going to be A major. Ooh, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 is going to be F sharp major. So that'll be great fun. Okay, so I'm going to get a drone going. And what's up, Learn Music? Nice to see you. Okay, so we're going to get a drone going. We're going to get an A drone. Put this over here. Please chat. No, it's okay. I'm good on Roman numerals. I'm good on Roman numerals. Let's see here. Do this. So we've got 3 sharps. We've got C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Wait a minute. That was the wrong finger pattern up at the top. We're starting on B. What's up, Nivex? Nice to see you. So again, what I'm listening for intonation. That's why I have the drone. It's so I can pitch against the drone. And then I'm also working on shifting a little bit, but primarily intonation. So noob question. What are those things below the bridge? Oh, good question. They are wolf tone eliminators. So cellos, I love when I get to demonstrate this. Cellos are what I would call a wolfy instrument. And so let me see if I can find it. Let me pause this. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Like on a lot of bowed string instruments, there's sometimes there's like a frequency range where the frequencies are just like they're just like fighting against each other, like in the body of the instrument. They're just like, and so what the so that's called a wolf tone, and most cellos have a wolf. This is actually a pretty wolfy cello. That's like a thing with carbon fiber cellos. And so these are little weights. These are little brass weights. And I think this is 13 grams and the other one is 6 grams. And it lets you move the wolf around, basically. You can't get rid of the wolf, but you can move it to where like a spot, like a note where you're like not going to hit. So you can move it like in between C and C sharp, for example. So that's what those are. And that's what they do. So let's just... There it is. But so I put the wolf basically between C sharp and D. And so hopefully I won't hit it because it sounds icky. It sounds icky. So like I've seen like there's I got to go to sound check for a quartet performance, and the violist had he has a wolf in a particular frequency range on his viola, so he was working with the front of house sound engineers, say, okay, well, in this particular frequency range, roll off this particular frequency range a little bit so it doesn't pick up the wolf, which was kind of interesting. But that's what that is. So good question, Dimitri. All right, so the next scale that we're going to do, is the natural resonant frequency, is that the natural resonant frequency of the body? I mean, I'm not sure about the science and like the physics behind all that. But it's just a frequency where stuff is bouncing around and it like can't, it's like the frequencies cancel themselves out or something along those lines. Okay, so now we're going to do F sharp. We're going to do F sharp major. So that has, everything is sharp except B. So that one's always a fun one to try and remember how to do. So if I just, without the drone, so we start on B natural. See, Learn Music says roll off EQ is so helpful. Yeah. I need to kind of like learn a little bit more about that and like how to EQ cello, but this acoustic cello better. But I do have a little bit of the high frequencies turned down. It's mostly at 12 o'clock. I forget unity. But I turned down the higher frequencies a little bit, and I think I turned up the lower frequencies about equal amount. Okay, so F sharp major. Let's see if I remember how to do this scale. So we got B, C sharp, D sharp, okay, so we got two whole steps, or we got two sets of extended position. Then we got, seriously, 3 sets? We do. That seems wrong, but it looks right. No. Okay, well, I think that's right, so let's turn this drone on. Got an F sharp. Oops. Start my timer. That doesn't sound right. B, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, also F, but not in this case, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, oh wait, E sharp is next to F sharp. That's why I was confused. This, I'm using this app called ScaleMate that visually depicts the scale with like the notes in between so you can see if it's a half step or a whole step. Okay. That's probably good. That's enough of that. It's actually, so the F sharp major is not too bad once I just get my brain, once I get the finger position figured out. Okay, so let's move on. And what did I say we were going to do next? I think I said we were going to do vibrato exercises next. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to set a timer, so I'm not going to do it for too long. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to do some of the ones that aren't so horrible sounding. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so this one, I've been doing this on stream for the past few weeks. And so I'm going to put my right hand down as like to hold my finger, right? And then I'm just going to really want to get a big amplitude in my wrist. And you should hear it. And I'm not playing any particular note here. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. And I assume you can do this on viola too. Learn music as a violist, as well as a guitarist, plays glass flute, piano, probably other things that I am unaware of. But you should also go follow Learn Music. I don't think he's been streaming too much lately, but you should go check him out anyway. So this is, my teacher's a Dunas guy. And I've talked about Dunas a little bit on stream, but it's been a while. Haven't streamed much this year, yeah. But Dunas was a doctor, actually. Like he was a violin prodigy, and his parents were like, "You should get a real job where you can make actual money and whatever." So he was actually a doctor, and like from like the, I don't know, when he was around like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, something like that. Learn Music says, "I love Dunas with coffee." So what he did, oh, I don't have my timer going, is he brought his knowledge of anatomy and physiology into his teaching. And he didn't just teach violinists. He also taught cellists and violists. And his way of teaching, like, I don't know, as an athlete myself, I think it's kind of, There's some like classical sort of training sometimes I feel like could be advanced more. There's definitely some people that are kind of stuck in the past, and there's nothing wrong. Like in some cases, things have been perfected over the years, right? So it's good to look at the past. But also just me being an athlete, like I and like looking at specifically how the field of exercise science has evolved in the past, I don't know, 40, 50 years. It was surprising to me when I started playing cello, because I played violin in school for, 10 years. But it was interesting when I started playing cello. I was like, they haven't really, I don't know about this. Like, it seems like the field of exercise science has advanced, and it just seemed a little weird to me that it didn't seem like we were advancing the teachings to use, to do more of like incorporating like how the body moves and things like that. And so Dunas was one of the people that was doing that in, like I said, like mid-century in the 1900s. So he was really big on like observing a student and then using his knowledge of anatomy and physiology to recommend tweaks to their technique and things. So I find that's interesting, and it kind of worked out nicely. Like I went to the local school and was like, I need a cello teacher, please. So I wasn't particularly looking for somebody with Dunas training. It was just something, and my teacher doesn't really talk about it like specifically. He doesn't talk about stuff too much. He'll once in a while he'll refer to his teacher, who was his teacher was a student of Dunas's. And kind of a famous disciple of Dunas. But he just incorporates it into his teaching. So what's up, Daniel? Nice to see you. But yeah, so Dunas was big into like working with how the body moves rather than against it. And it's interesting too, because like vibrato, like your body doesn't like when would you do this sort of motion in like, I don't know, hunter-gatherer society or anywhere. Like it's just not natural. So there's that. Daniel says, I have to wait for the replay and take a screenshot of you in the crowd. What? Oh, just saw your clone on tonight's WWE pay-per-view. Was the WWE pay-per-view everything you could have hoped and dreamed? I hope that it was. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed your wrestling. Daniel says it was all right. Just went to a friend's pay-per-view pizza party. Nice. Yeah, my mom's side of the family would do, like the guys from my mom's side of the family would get together and watch, whatever sporting event on pay-per-view that was on like once a year or something. Or they'd play poker, like, kind of, again, once a year type thing, once every couple years. It's more fun to watch him and his family get super worked up. His teen daughter was furious over the results of a match. So they know what they're aficionados of the of the WWE. Was that what I'm hearing? So anyway, so back to vibrato stuff while Daniel's typing and we're dealing with delay here. So I'm having trouble getting into with my first finger, getting back into position. It's more like. So that's a thing that I will be working on quite a bit actually with an etude. So it's not going to be just. I'm not going to just be doing a bunch of these vibrato exercises for you. I will actually be playing something that resembles music. Daniel says, oh yeah, they're all fully invested in the storylines and the characters. I mean, that's cool. There were some kids at my high school, the pole vaulters, actually, much to the dismay of their pole vault coach, would do backyard wrestling on a trampoline. And they were like pretty good pole vaulters, so he was like, their coach was not thrilled about it because he was worried they'd get hurt. He was probably worried, rightfully so. He was one of the science teachers at school. But they were super into it. Super into it. Alpha says, I'm surprised how trampolines are not outlawed or banned. They're pretty dangerous, honestly, without guards. I mean, there's probably rules in places. I don't know. I don't have a yard with which to put a trampoline. And I don't hang out with people that have trampolines, so I'm not really up on all that stuff. I'm not up on the trampoline regulations, and I'm sure it varies from city to city and municipality. Oh, Daniel says gravity is dangerous to everyone. It can be. Definitely can be. Oh, and Cathador, the stream elements over on the YouTube side, I hadn't done a thing. I had to make stream elements a mod, and I had to do something else in stream elements to get the bot to show up. And then I thought I had written commands because it can't just use. It's like a whole separate thing. It can't just use the existing commands for Twitch. So I thought that I had saved them, but I did not. But it works, like the built-in commands work at least. So I'll do that after stream tonight. I'll go into the YouTube Stream Elements dashboard and set up the commands. All right, one more string. I need to be kind of more up in this position. The position that I'm not getting into is here, right? Like before that pre-motion. So I have to move my elbow. My elbow needs to move around more, basically. Daniel says, if YouTube would get their streaming the same as Twitch, they could 100% take over. I don't think they care. I don't think they care about live streaming right now. I think YouTube is like, yeah, we've got live streaming, it's good enough. Because they're just so dominant everywhere else, and their ads are apparent. I mean, I've used Google ads, not specifically YouTube ads, but their ad whole thing is good. What's up, DJ Vegan in Black? Good to see you. Everybody go follow DJ Vegan in Black because she's awesome. Basically, that's all you need to know. But she plays a lot of the music, the same kind of music that if you've been to any of my DJ sets in the past, dark and stompy and lots of women artists, and it's a good time, and I'm almost always there. See, Alpha says, see, back to YouTube here. Daniel says YouTube doesn't really need it with all that Google money. Well, I mean, like I said, their ads are like, we got to slow down here. Their ad system is very, very strong. So they've got that going for them. Like Twitch's ad, like on the back end, I guess, you can't really target very well. So that makes it harder for Twitch to court advertisers, because like YouTube just like blows them out of the water with the advertiser stuff. So that's kind of how that works. Alpha says YouTube won't take a step in that direction until Twitch becomes profitable. I mean, maybe, you know, like right now though, like how many when Twitch removed the multi-streaming restriction, how many people are multi-streaming to YouTube now? So, you know, whatever. Okay. That's enough of that exercise. So let's see. Let's just get right into this etude then. Oh, no, we're not doing scales right now. We're going to do... Retta, nice to see you. Schroeder 32 is what we're going to do. Okay, so let me get this out. Rada says, "Hope you're okay. Sorry I got sick." Oh no! I hope you're feeling better. I'm doing well. Doing well. I took myself out to brunch today. Went to go to my PO box because I thought, like, I'm sending all of my like music pre-orders, like CDs and vinyl, to my PO box now. And I went out, was all pleased with myself. I got out in time to, like, they close at 1. I was like, surely my brand new copy of the Ropes new album is in my P.O. box. But no, there was nothing there. So I went all the way out there. And there was nothing in my P.O. box. But it was fine, because then I took myself out for breakfast, or for brunch. So there was that. And it did get me out of the house and, like, get me moving, rather than just lounging around in bed and, like, reading for who knows how long. Okay, so this etude here. So as I mentioned, I'm having trouble, like, I'm having trouble getting into this position. So, like, especially going from 4th finger to 1st finger in first position is really hard for me. So what I'm going to do is so last week this was the Meow Mix etude. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to kind of, like, go through this etude and really, really slowly. And I'm actually going to go slower than 60. We'll try 54. I set the metronome so that I don't go too fast. And I'm going to be really focusing on... Oh, actually, what we could do... No, let's just do this. I really want to focus on... So each finger is a different pivot point. So I need to, like, focus on transferring my weight. The weight of... So I should be kind of letting gravity do some work on the fingerboard here, but also I need to transfer my weight to the correct finger when as the notes are changing, right? So there's like fast technique and slow technique, and that is that's a Dunas thing actually. So where fast technique, you're gonna like kind of keep your because you're playing faster, right? So you need to kind of minimize your movement, so your fingers are going to stay more here. But with slow technique, you can really take the time to transfer your weight. So it's a little bit, they're sort of two different ways of playing, and I'm basically playing with only fast technique, and that's not good. And I can't get the vibrato going on the fast technique, so we're working on that weight transfer. See, Rada says, it's hard to know when you get caught up on things, but it is something. Yeah. So, okay, so let's do this. So this is at 54. And I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and just going to kind of go through this and see how I feel. Like if I feel I might just keep repeating a measure for a little bit to work on that weight transfer, and just keep going. So that's what we're going to do here. That's what we're going to do. Down a little bit. Take it down to 50. Ah, see there? That was good. I got back. Let's go back. Meow, meow. Yeah. Meow mix. Oops, that's not an extension. So this is an extension here. So we're going from this. So we're going from 1 to or 4 3 or 4 3 1 to 4 2 1 in this measure. So there's more distance to eclipse that second half of the measure. So this next measure is 2 extensions. See you in a bit, Radamal. So here, okay, I gotta watch my wrist. I was doing this, we wanna do this. That's getting a little bit better. Let's go on. see here. So we've got... Okay, so my metronome stopped. That means I've been doing this for 10 minutes. So let's stop here. And it just like the notes don't really matter. Like it's just this is just a form to or just like a, you know, it doesn't really matter what the notes are. The point is that I'm working on transferring my weight on my fingers. So let's now I want to do some scales. So I feel like I was getting back into position a little bit better this time today, so that's good. All right. So let me put this away. And then, all right, so I want to do... Where is my O? All right, we're going to work on F Phrygian. And again, I'm just doing this to like learn the Phrygian scale, but that's like, my teacher doesn't care. He doesn't care what scale I do. He doesn't care. It's just again, it's a form to do your exercises. So and it's just a way to work on vibrato. So we're going to do that. And, and actually, before we do that, let's play drop. I'm going to run some ads so that we can keep the pre-rolls off real quick. So let's try that. Let's do 90 seconds. All right, so everybody go get some water, stretch your legs, and then we'll get into scales. Okay, and then for those of you that are still here that are not seeing ads, we're gonna play drop. And if you do see the ads, you can still play drop. But we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. So, and if anybody's lurking on YouTube, I don't have YouTube set up to play drop. So we're just doing this on Twitch right now. So if you happen to also be on Twitch, feel free to come over into the chat and type !drop. And we'll be back. We'll be back soon. This is a good opportunity for me to stretch a little bit myself and review the scale shape here. Ooh, alpha, very nice, very nice. 53.42. Anybody else want to see if they can... Oh, we're back. We're back. Okay, so let's do another round of drop with everybody back. All right, everybody, exclamation mark drop in the chat. And we will do another round, and then we will do the F Phrygian scale. Yeah. So the Phrygian scale I like a lot. It's using a lot of metal. It sounds kind of like more like Middle Eastern type sounding, kind of like harmonic minor does too. But it's like it's a really dark, it's a nice dark scale. So of course I'm into that. Oh, and while we're here, let me do this. I'm gonna add. All right. No winner on that round, but Alpha, nice job. GG's on the last round. Okay, so let's do. What are we doing? We're doing scales. Scales. Wait, not that. That. Oops. And it. Oh, did I break my command? No, it's just slow. Let me see if I did anything. No, I didn't add. None of my custom commands got saved on YouTube. I probably did something wrong, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, so let's get an F drone going so I can use that to pitch against. And I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Do that again, one note per bow. Ah. Okay, let's do 2 notes per bow. So I played the right notes, but I didn't mean to. I got it in the wrong position. So we've got, it's 1, 2, 4, then 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4 is the finger pattern. Welcome back, Rada. Just doing some F Phrygian scales here. Okay, let's try 3 notes per bow. I did tell everybody to go get water, Rada, so you're just following instructions. Wait, that was not the right. So I just went into 3 octaves and I'd only been playing 2 octaves. Let's stick with 2 octaves for now. That's not right. What is that 3rd octave? Let's see here. Rada says, I honestly know basic stuff about instruments, mostly the cello. Nice. Well, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. Definitely in the right place for cello. Okay, so what did we say we were going to do next? Oh, we're going to do some Marcello. We're going to do Marcello. All right, so Marcello. I've been working on Marcello for, it seems like forever. I've been working on this particular cello sonata since March, late March, but still since March. Where are you? I'm just going to go through these. So one thing that I've been working on is my time management, because I'll get like really, I have, a lot of I have quiet hours here during the week at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And I'm kind of like running up against quiet hours a lot of times with getting my practice in. So I've been using the countdown timer on Mujo a little bit more than I've been trying to use the countdown timer more than what I had been doing, which was the stopwatch, which is a count up, and it just like to log my time, so that I don't spend too long on any one piece or exercise, so that I don't get to 10 o'clock and I'm like, I didn't practice these 4 things because I was like so into working on this etude or whatever. So that's a thing that I've been doing, and it's been helping, I think. Anyway, so I'm going to set a timer for, I think, 5 minutes for the adagio, 10 minutes for the allegro because the allegro is longer, 3 minutes for the largo. The largo is very short. And then probably most of the rest of the time on the second allegro. There's 2 allegros. We end on an allegro. So we'll set 5 minutes. And one thing actually, so I want to work on some bowing with open strings. So this is a little bit, not at the beginning of the piece, but anything else? Any other little snippets that I want to work on first? Well, here, let's do that. Let's do the actual notes for that part. See, Rada says, please don't laugh at me if I comment something that I don't. Oh, no, we won't laugh. We won't laugh. I mean, unless you make a joke, then we'll laugh. We're here. We're all here to learn, me included. What note is that? We're in tenor clef now, and I think I need to just start at the beginning, and then I'll come back to this because I am having trouble remembering what that note is. So what's up, Joe? Thanks for the resub. 35 months. 35 months. Goodness gracious. Now that I've biffed on this, let's start at the beginning again. All right. Okay, so actually here, let me talk about this. We're gonna have to work on this section. So this is getting better, but the fingers that I was using were wrong. There's all kinds of fancy things. There's all kinds of shifting going on here. There was a shift there that I wasn't doing. I was just squishing my fingers together, and that's not what we want. Ah. And then there's another shift. Joe, you came in for like the hardest thing, one of the hard things. Daniel says, I have to get going. I have to go back to the torture of restringing my nylon guitar. Oh, good luck. Thanks for the stream, and I'll let you know about when the Creed stream is happening. Have a good night. Everybody go follow Daniel, because he's going to do a Creed stream. Let me tell you my Creed story. So the Milwaukee radio station was one of the radio stations. The Milwaukee rock station was one of the stations that broke them back when their first album came out. And I went to see them at Summerfest with 2 of my friends. And it was a good show. We were way in the back, right by the lake, by Lake Michigan. And then we popped over to see Third Eye Blind for a little bit because my friends wanted to see Third Eye Blind. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll suffer because I don't like Third Eye Blind. And we popped back to Creed, and we got back there, and they were playing. They were like, "Oh, this is this new song. It's the first time we've ever played it," which I'm sure it wasn't true, but maybe the first time that the first tour that they'd played it, and it was that Awful with Arms Wide Open song, and that was when I was like, I don't know about this. But I did like their first record. I did really like their first record, actually. What's up, Doc? Yes, I did say hard thing. Hard thing. This is a hard thing in this piece, in these measures. And I just wasted all my time there. So my first finger needs to go, so that's on the A string, right? My first finger needs to go, it's a replacement finger, so it needs to go right next to where I was just playing with my 4th finger. It's a very tricky series of like 7 notes. Once more, that was good. And also, like, in terms of where the bow should be, actually on these, when you're up higher on the fingerboard, you need to play closer to the bridge. Listen to this. Nice, strong sounding note there. If I play here, if I do that same, if I play like, it takes a lot of skill to play well with good tone near the bridge when you're down lower, but actually if you're up higher. That sounds really nice up there. So like just the farther up you get on the fingerboard, the closer you play to the bridge. Because physics or something, I don't know. Let's work on that. This is actually a reach. It's actually like too far. It's kind of a shift, but it's kind of not a shift. Alpha says, sounds nice to me. Oh, well, thank you. My teacher said to just have my pinky on the string here. And then the other thing that I need to do from a stylistic perspective, from a phrasing perspective, like I'm ending a sentence. Let's do that whole section again. What notes are those? I've just forgotten how to play this measure. Hang on, hang on. There it is. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so let's do the whole thing now. Now that I've touched up a few things here. That was pretty good. It's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, so let's move on to the allegro. The first allegro. And let me add the last two movements on the list and the cue. There we go. Okay, so this next movement is in allegro, so it's fast. I've been working on getting the tempo up. That's the right one. So we're at 138. I'm going to play it with the metronome. And then, let's see, is there anything in particular? Let me just check my notebook here. So I don't think I have notes on this one specifically. No, I just have notes on 3 and 4. So I have some notes about phrasing in the third movement, and then some tone stuff for the fourth movement. Actually, though, let me just go back and look at if I have notes from last week. Faster. Keep the bow on the string, kind of stick it to the string, especially on the 16th notes. That's one thing. Work on this. Get it faster is another note on that one. Yeah. So not a lot of notes on this one. Mostly just probably just make it nicer. Keep making it nicer. I'm going to set 10 minutes. We're back in bass clef. This piece jumps back and forth between tenor clef and bass clef. Let's do that section again then here. Let's do right here. Start the main melody. one's getting a lot better, but sometimes this back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between tenor clef and bass clef, sometimes it's getting a lot more natural, but sometimes it still messes me up. Because it's literally like, I've gone through this before, but the first measure is in bass clef. The second measure is tenor clef. Then we switch back to bass clef in measure 12. So we're in bass clef for a little while, for quite a while. And then in measure 20, oh, sorry, not 23, 20, halfway through measure 21, we switch to tenor clef. And we stay in tenor clef until measure 26. And then in 27, we go back to tenor clef. And then the last line, measure 32, we go back to bass clef. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But I think it's coming along pretty well. I do want to work on this one measure here because I missed this shift. I got it, but it was kind of in the nick of time. So let's work on that a little bit. I think my teacher wrote a 3 there. My teacher doesn't have a very good fourth finger trill. He's told me he's like jealous of my fourth finger trill. So sometimes he'll put in a fingering to avoid a fourth finger trill because his fourth finger trill isn't very good, but mine is very good. I must say my fourth finger trill is quite good. There are other things that I am not great at, but the fourth finger trill is definitely one of the things I'm better at. So that's what's going on here because it's got. And so I should just get rid of that third finger there and make it a fourth finger. So that I don't have conflicting information. There's where that starts. Okay, I feel better about that. Most of this is pretty good. I just need to keep working on it. Oops. Just need to keep going. I don't know if I need to make it go faster. I could probably work it up a little bit faster. The thing about this piece too is this movement is, so I usually, when I go to my lessons for this, I play with my teacher. It's a duet actually. So what's cool about this is like the main melody, right? It's kind of like a round sort of, because the continuo part, as it's called, starts halfway into the measure. So I kind of start with, and then, when I'm playing that long note is when the continuo part does that. So you kind of, it's fine as a solo, it's fine solo, but it's not. This is intended to be played with a continuo part, or it's basically whatever instruments you have laying around is how that works. Anyway, so let's do the largo. And I'm going to set my timer for just 3 minutes on the largo. It's pretty, well, let's do 5 because I want to work on some phrasing. But I'm going to play it through. It's really short. It's only 3 lines. This part actually here. I'm not sure on the phrasing. So if I go back. I think that note is the end of the phrase, and then there's those are mezzo fortes, those are louder. Except that was, the bowing was backwards, but that's, whatever. I think that, so even though it's a dotted eighth note, I think it's actually not, I think there's not exactly a rest there, but I think I need to play it shorter, like have the sound ring for shorter than the duration of a dotted eighth note. I like that. So all right, let's take it from the top here. And I think I want to work on, I'm not going to play the whole thing through here. I'm going to work on some phrasing at the beginning of the piece. Because, like, my teacher said, he gave me some specific notes. And what he's always reminding me of is, like, thinking about a sentence and a conversation and where are the pauses and that kind of thing. So measures 1 through 5 are kind of the first big phrase. So that's the first big phrase. Let's do another 3 minutes. Go back to the beginning again. What's up, Yellen? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Okay. I feel like we've made progress there. So let me save this. And we'll go on to the last movement. This whole sonata has been very challenging. And it's been a nice mix of technique too, because so this is the thumb position. This is the thumb position movement. So let me look at my notes for this one. Because this one, we started on this one and we went backwards this week. Crunch and back off in order to sound okay for measure 8. So what that note means is, all right, so we've got this thumb position part. So that was kind of rough, right? that was kind of rough. But so for these thumb position notes, so here. There it is. So he wants me to do this. Play like that. And then back off a little bit. And then it's just a little bit. So I need to dig in and I need to find the point. I need to find the point where there's too much digging in and then just back off a little bit from the point where there is too much digging in. There's too much crunch. And then there's a whole thing here about when I need to shift. So here. So I'm trying to remember exactly what we did at my lesson because in order to get into, getting into thumb position, I'm supposed to play a double stop on the D and the A strings, and I don't exactly remember. I don't exactly remember what we were doing in my lesson, so I'm trying to remember this by doing. But there was a thing. I don't think it was. Maybe that was it, but I don't think it was. There, I think that was the note. Wasn't that. It was something with the thumb and some other finger. And we did it 2 weeks in a row and I did not write it down and I think it's gone. I think it's just gone. I think it just bounced off and went off into outer space. That interval just gets me every time. That's the chord. But, so, where am I supposed to play that? I think maybe that's it. The bowing is the wrong way because that's an up bow on that. So let's do that crunchy thing. Back off a little bit. I'm going to make sure to keep my bow closer to the bridge. Yeah. Okay, let's do that one more time. All right, let's start at the top. Welcome back, Rada. Let's see here. Where do I want to start this? Let's start at the second part here. So the second part, so it starts forte. So this should be forte. Anyway, that part should be forte. And then the second, 2/3 of the piece, it starts out piano. Confusing me there. I have a finger written there. And it was making me think that I needed a shift. And there is no shift there. I just need to remember to play the right finger. Let's start at this after the repeat here. Yeah, okay, so here. The first time we play that sort of similar pattern, it's here, and it is, where are you? So that's the pattern there. And the pattern is slightly different here. It is. So we've got. And then we've got. So we've got a little. We got a slightly different pattern. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, Tube Sound. We got a little different pattern here, and it's confusing me. And so when you have a similar but different pattern playing, or like in the piece, and it gets confusing, my teacher suggests you play them right next to each other. And I don't know why it works, but it works. So let me play this. Let's do this. And then we'll do. Okay, so let's go back to here. So what I want to work on here is, well, I was playing this trill wrong, first of all. So my brain still thinks I'm supposed to play it the wrong way because I taught myself to play it the wrong way and kept practicing it the wrong way. And now I have to unlearn that. So let's do that. The long bow stroke, yeah. This piece is definitely a piece where you're supposed to use, like this whole suite largely is like a big bow type suite. But yeah, it sounds, and like one of the things, like when I mentioned earlier, like I need to stick my bow to the string, especially in parts like this. So let's go back to, let's see here. There's no 4 there. It is just a 2-1. Getting all excited about my fancy 4th finger trill, and there is no 4th finger trill there. let's go back a little bit farther. Let's just start at the main melody again. Forgot a shift there, so let's do that measure a little bit. Let's do it again. And then we go back to here. See, Rada says throws at light strokes and swift moments. Yeah. Let me just write this instead of this here. This business here. I'm just going to write no shift. No shift. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. It's so hard to write on a music stand when you're like writing actual words. There we go. I think I can read that. On that part, I really like that part a lot, but I do have to like really dig in on the bass notes. But that's a whole. Let's go back to the beginning of that part. It's getting better. It's getting better. Now, do I play the whole thing? I think so. Let me get some water here. I don't know, Joe, I don't know if you're still here, but check out my glass. Check out my fancy glass. I don't know if it looks familiar to you. All right, so let's do the whole thing. And let's see how fast. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try it at this tempo. This is 80. So that trill, that trill is mess. I'm not playing the rhythm right because this should be on the beat. Well, that's not in the right position. Well, whatever. Let's see. Where to jump in is the question. Probably right here. What's going on here? What is going on here? So that high note, that C, or sorry, that G, it's a G, should come on the beat. That C should always be, or the G should always be on the beat. Tiri. 1 E and a 2 E. Should be 1 E and a 2 E and a. That's where the one E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 1 E and a 2 1 E and a 2. That was it. 1 E and a 2 E, 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a two E. 1 E and a 2 E. Let me turn that off now. Let me just count. 1 E and a 2 E. 1 E and a 2 E and a. That's where that on that E. 1 E and a 2 E. 1 E and a 2 E. 1 E and a 2 E and a. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a. 1 E and a 2 E and a. 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2. 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 Let's go back a little bit. And 1 E and a 2. 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 Okay, let's see if I can actually do that now in time. Let me do it a little bit slower. Okay, I got the timing right. Let's do it again. Got it again. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm very tired now. So I think I'm going to stop there. And let's see. I think I'm going to stop there. I feel like this was a good practice. I feel like this was a very good practice. Okay. So let's find somebody to raid. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Copy the raid calls while I investigate. Investigate what is going on here. Who is live? Who are we gonna raid? Who is live? Let's see. I want to see who I'm following. Thank you. We got... Oh, hey. Easy choice here. What time is it? Oh, no. I hope... Oh, wait. She just started. Okay. So we're going to go raid my friend DJ Elefine, who is participating in the product North Carolina Disaster Relief Raid Train, because in case you were not aware, Western North Carolina is having very bad times right now. So let's go over to DJ Elefine and support the raid train. And if you can help out, awesome. And if not, just to maybe spread the word, send some raids their way. And that's what we're going to do. Know how I get out of this raid browser thingy. I don't like this new raid browser thingy. Okay, so we're going to do the thing. Copy the raid calls, everybody. Spread some love to DJ Elefine and all of the nice people over there. And I'll see you hopefully around. See you around Twitch, if not next week. I hope you have a great week. And yeah, let's go hang out with DJ Elefine.